What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. So right now we have a legit NBA rumor from a Yahoo source stating that Lamelo Ball has grown frustrated with the Charlotte Hornets and is open for a trade. So we literally just did a Charlotte Hornets rebuild 2 days ago, so I wasn't going to come out here and do another one, but there was a potential landing spot named for Lamelo Ball if he were traded. There's a bunch of teams that do make sense for him, but these three teams caught my eye, and the one we're going to do today, I think, could make a ton of sense. So let's dive in and talk about why Lamelo Ball to the Dallas Mavericks could be something that could happen, or why it would make sense. Let's jump in and do a Lamelo Ball Dallas Mavericks rebuild. So here's the foundation I have laid out. It's not perfect, as these three-team trades never are, and just in general, it's kind of hard to gauge trade value at times on certain players, such as like Anthony Davis and Lamelo Ball, guys with injury history. How much does their value tank because of that? We'll have to find out. But basically, the three landing spots were Toronto, Chicago, and Dallas. Again, like Brooklyn, Miami also makes sense as well. But I do think Dallas is the most intriguing one, at least for me, in my opinion, because think about it. They need to make a trade to kind of excite fans anyway. Now, is Lamelo Ball the answer? I don't know. I feel like he could somewhat excite the fan base over there. And instead of getting a 32-year-old Anthony Davis from the Luka trade, you're looking at getting a 24-year-old Lamelo instead. Like, it looks a little bit better, but still, and they can still tank this season. You get Cooper Flag, Lamelo Ball, and then whatever you get in the draft. I think it could work out. So this is the trade. Again, it's not perfect, but AD is going to Chicago, and I don't know if AD is going to go to Chicago in real life, so don't take that too seriously. But this is what we're doing. So Lamelo, oh, I didn't even have to override that. Interesting. Okay, so that actually went through without me having to do anything. That's kind of crazy. So we'll go ahead and turn off trade override in that situation, and now we have Lamelo Ball in Dallas. And obviously Kyrie Irving is going to be traded in the offseason. But yeah, so this is going to be a very interesting rebuild now. So this team can kind of turn things around pretty quickly. I wanted Lamelo Ball to be in more of a winning situation anyway. I know Dallas is not doing that right now, but historically with Luka, they've been like that, and you expect Cooper Flag to eventually be really good for them as well. So that's enough yapping. This is the video we're doing today. Hopefully we still continue to tank the rest of the year and are bad, but the idea is to be competitive very fast next season. So Lamelo Ball is now a Dallas freaking Maverick. So this should be an interesting video. And not too long ago, we did do a Dallas Mavericks rebuild where we blew the team up. So we're kind of doing that again here in a way, but we're not going to blow everything up. We're still going to trade Kyrie Irving, but I don't think we're going to trade like Gafford and PJ Washington since we're trying to win next year. So despite maybe the rough numbers of Cooper Flag, he still does get Rookie of the Year. Sixth man goes to AJ Mitchell. Wemby is your DPOY. Neemias is your most improved, and Cade is your clutch player. Bench is your coach of the year, and Joseph Jackson is your executive. So here is your All-NBA first team, All-NBA second, and All-NBA third team. So no Lamelo Ball on one of these teams, but that's totally fine with me. We kind of want to be bad anyway because we have one more lottery pick to use. And like I said, since this team doesn't have a lottery pick next year, their first round pick, I should say, next year, then it would make sense to try to be good as soon as possible next year. I do think Brooklyn's in a very similar situation where they have their pick this offseason, but after that, they don't have their picks in 27 and 29. So it makes sense for them to be good as well. So I do like the idea of a Lamelo Ball in Brooklyn too. And Miami could be something like, there's a ton of teams I could see Lamelo Ball going to, but I just found Dallas to be the most intriguing one since this fan base needs some excitement really badly. Again, I don't know if Lamelo Ball is the excitement that some fans would want, but I think he could maybe do a little bit of something there. We got Knicks and Thunder, and you got the New York Knicks beating the Thunder in 5 games. Let's go ahead, though, get to this lottery because that is a big step of this one. The last Mavericks rebuild, we did not get lucky. So hopefully this time, maybe we get some lottery luck here. So we're currently sitting with the 6th best odds, so not too bad. If we could stay in the top 6, I'd feel pretty good about that. So let's see if we can at least stay in that top 6. And no, we fall to pick 9. So again, we do not get very lucky in this lottery, so that's kind of unfortunate. But hey, the Mavericks literally won the draft lottery last year, got Cooper Flag, so maybe they don't deserve more luck. I'm going to keep Jason Kidd because I do think Jason Kidd would be a good mentor to Lamelo Ball, so we will extend him. And let's go to draft night, and let's pick with number 9. I don't anticipate making any trades here other than, of course, eventually trading Kyrie Irving. When he is healthy, we will trade him away since Lamelo Ball is a new point guard in town at this point. So let's go see what we can get at number 9. We got Debanza going to Philly. We got Memphis taking Darren Peterson. We got Boozer to Atlanta, so they're going to become very unstoppable there. Dash Jones to Boston. Washington's going to take Nate Ament. Would have loved to have had him in this one. Grim Lopez to Utah. Caleb Wilson to Houston. And New Orleans is going to take Koa Pete. Okay, so I did get Mikal Brown in the last one, so I kind of don't want to take him in this one, to be honest with you. Man, I do not love the board. I cannot believe we fell as far as we did. That really sucks. Chris, I mean, we don't really the center either. Isaiah Evans or Jaden. I mean, at this point, I may just take Jaden, honestly. I mean, I don't really want to take Mikael Brown again like I did. Or we could take a chance on arenas, but like I said, I think we need to win. So I don't think we really have the time to wait on arenas to be healthy. So I am going to go ahead and take Jaden here out of Kentucky with this pick. So welcome to Dallas. Don't really know what his ceiling is going to be, but he's a 75 overall. Maybe eventually he's traded away. We'll see. But welcome to Dallas anyway. We got Lively. Of course, we're going to accept. D'Lo declines, which is totally fine by me. Qualifying offers, nothing. And then for free agency, we do have PJ Washington as a free agent and Dwight Powell. PJ Washington, as I said, we're trying to win this year, so I do want to keep PJ Washington on this team. So that is going to be a easy re-sign in my opinion. So let's see what else we can do. Is Caruso here? Why is Caruso here? That's weird. Okay, so here's what it's looking like. So of course we still get to trade Kyrie Irving, so we have to keep that in mind. So Kyrie Irving, Lamelo Ball, but that won't be like that for in a little bit. Klay Thompson, I forgot he's still here, so we'll probably trade him away as well. Jaden Hardy, Cooper Flag, Najee Marshall, Washington, Jaden, and we have Lively and Gafford. So I do think we should trade Klay Thompson for whatever we can get. I would love to send him back to Golden State if I can, to be honest with you. I just always feel good about if we're able to do that. That'd be awesome. So funny enough, he would resign. The Warriors are offering me Richard and a first. I mean, Klay, he's not that valuable at this point, so I can't say that makes a lot of sense. We can get Derek Jones Jr. from the Clippers. I mean, they do love their unks, so I mean, I guess we'll just do something like this. We'll send Klay to the Clippers instead. Who knows what the Clippers future is going to look like anyway. And I don't mind Derek Jones Jr. back in Dallas. I actually kind of like that. So Derek Jones Jr. is now a Maverick again, so we'll take that. Probably slide him back to, well, we'll figure it out. But now it is time to trade Kyrie. That's a big step. I mean, we're probably going to wait, actually, so later in the offseason. So let's go to progression, and let's see what Kyrie Irving will fetch us. So Flag is up to an 87, and Lively's up to an 82. You have Jaden Hardy developing as well, and Marshall is down. Derek Jones Jr. is up, of course, because we moved him. All right, let's trade Kyrie Irving, and let's see what we can get for him. We'll take whatever we can get for him, because obviously he is coming off an injury. Did not play at all last year. Probably didn't make sense to play him because we were bad. So let's see what we can get for him. So by far and away, some of my favorite trades here are Denver's Jamal Murray and Peyton Watson, and then this one with the Orlando Magic. Now, the weird part about this one is they did just trade 5 firsts for Desmond Bane, so it would be kind of weird to just turn around and trade him and Anthony Black for a 34-year-old, but a lot of these trades aren't great, honestly. But based off how if Orlando was disappointing this season, maybe they'd be willing to trade for Kyrie, pair him with Paulo and Franz and do something there. I think Anthony Black makes sense, but I don't know. I don't think we could get there without... I mean, we could actually. I think we could do this without Bane being in here, I would assume. We did Isaac's contract instead, because I just feel like that would be a little bit more like realistic. And then we did like Jet Howard. No, not quite there. Not yet anyway. So Goga Badotste. I mean, at this point, I think getting Anthony Black, Isaac, and then any other first they can give me, I would count that as a win. So Kyrie coming off an injury. Anthony Black's not a bad player to get as someone who could play a big role here. So I like that idea. They don't agree to it, though. So that's kind of unfortunate. I don't think we could throw them any salary in return. So, oh, man. Okay. What about no first, which I hate to settle for just this, but they still say no. And I was trying to make the trade a little bit better on them, but now they're still saying, we don't want to take on the extra salary, but you're giving up Isaac's salary. I mean, this is just 2K logic for you. Are we surprised? What if I take Wendell Carter off your hands? They're not interested. I'm not throwing a first when I'm trading Kyrie. That's not going to happen. So, kind of annoying, but I'm not too surprised by this logic by Orlando right now. Do we just take Bane and Anthony Black off of them then, based off what they're telling me right now? I guess we'll just do that. Didn't really want to do it that way, but if that's what you're going to do, then sure, we'll go ahead and take on Bane's salary, and we'll have Desmond Bane, which I don't hate. I love the idea of that. The Magic want to be stubborn, then you get screwed in the long run. So let's go to next season, and let's see what this team's going to look like going into year number 2. But this should be a very competitive team, I think, once again, as long as health permits. So here is our our starting lineup, I should say. So here is rotation. So Lamelo Ball, Desmond Bane, Cooper Flag, PJ Washington, Derek Lively, Anthony Black, Daniel Gafford, Derek Jones Jr., Jaden Hardy, and then I guess we could run 10-man, so Marshall plays a little bit too. I mean, I like that a lot. I think this should be a playoff team again. I mean, it should be. Dallas is pretty OP in the simulation. I don't expect this video to be overly long today. This is just kind of a fun video talking about the idea of LaMelo Ball to Dallas. But yeah, we'll see if we can get a championship in year 2. I do think that's definitely a realistic possibility based off how OP 2K is with the Maverick, or how OP the Mavericks are in 2K. But I will see you guys at the end of Season 2, as we're already off to a really good start. But let's see how it finishes out. So at the end of year number 2, Jokic gets the MVP trophy. Peterson's your Rookie of the Year. Reed Shepherd is your 6th man. Wemby is your depoy. And Bub Carrington is your Most Improved. Trae Young is your Clutch Player. Mike Brown's your Coach of the Year, and Damian Green is your Executive of the Year, and Brunson is your Cup MVP. So here is your All-NBA first team, All-NBA second, and All-NBA third team. So I don't believe we got anybody on an All-NBA team for us this season, so kind of unfortunate there. But Flag may find himself on an all-defensive team. Not yet, though, so maybe he didn't play enough games, or he just wasn't good enough. We'll have to see. So we do end up as the first team in the West. Surprise, surprise, right? So let's take a look at the player stats. So you had 25 from LaMelo Ball. Cooper Flag only had 17.5. So kind of still taking a backseat to some other guys, but we're still okay with that. 14 from Jaden Hardy, 9.5 from PJ Washington, 8 and 9 from Lively, 8 from Anthony Black, 8 from Derrick Jones Jr., 7 from Jaden when he played. Did play 62 games. Gafford with 7 and 6. He is hurt right now, which is kind of unfortunate, but we'll have to go on without him. So 9-man rotation. Let's jump into this bad boy. We are the first seed in the West, so let's see how this is going to go. We get the Memphis Grizzlies in round 1, so let's see if we can take down Peterson and the Grizzlies. Peterson did not develop very much, at least not yet. He's still only an 81 overall, but we're up 2-0. We're up 3-0, and we will sweep the Grizzlies, so off to a good start. But now we draw the Timberwolves, which the Wolves are always pretty tough as well, so wouldn't be totally surprised if we did lose here. So game 1 does go to us. Game 2 goes to us as well. Game 3 goes... I mean, this is just ridiculous. Can we beat them in 5? Yeah, okay. I mean, shouldn't have been that easy, but it was. Now for the Oklahoma City Thunder, we just did a realistic rebuild on this team, so if you want to watch that, feel free to tune in. But this is going to be a tough one, I imagine, so let's see. Game 1 goes to OKC. Game 2 goes to us. Game 3 goes to OKC. Big game 4 here, so I do think simcasting could make a ton of sense, because I mean, this very well could be our first championship of the video if we're able to tie the series here, but that's a big thing we need to do right now. I think going down 3-1 would be a death sentence, and we are down 3-1. So I imagine this is probably going to be ending here in 6 or 5, but maybe we can force a game 7. Got a lead right now in this game 5. Can we hang on to it? We will. 121 and 131 does mean with a big 40 bomb. So can we win game 5 or game 6 to force a game 7? If we do that, then it's anyone's guess on who's going to win this series, but can we force that to happen? And no, we cannot. So 123 to 126, we had a lead there and we let it go. So Pistons and Thunder. The Thunder are going to go on to win a championship. They beat the Pistons in 7, so the Thunder are back on top. And Clay retires a Clipper. DeRozan, Paul George, Drummond, Damian Lillard retires a Blazer, which warms my heart. But okay, this year, of course, we will not have a draft pick. Hornets will have number 2, and then we are sending our pick to Charlotte with it being the 29th pick. We may have a pick from somebody else, but I don't think so. So yeah, I don't think we have a first rounder in this draft at all, unless if I am mistaken, and we do not. So next year we'll get the Luka Doncic pick, though, of course. So let's go to the lottery, or sorry, player options, we should say. And we have Jaden Hardy, which we're going to accept. And Martin does accept his player option, which makes sense for him. Qualifying offers, Lively and Anthony Black are 2 free agents that I definitely have interest in bringing back. So we'll look to do that. And we have both of them not ask for much money. So that's a win for us. So we'll go Anthony Black, Derek Lively, get them both back. That's huge. So both of them will be re-signed, which I do love. And we do have money to sign like a really good player in free agency. So I do think we should take advantage. So we got our point guard rotation. We got our shooting guard rotation, in my opinion. We got our 3 rotation. We got our 4 rotation, especially if Jaden develops at all. And we do have our center rotation. So we really don't need to bring in anything if we don't want to. But it would not hurt to bring somebody in and then maybe have an extra guy to trade at the deadline or something. So I was looking at DeAndre Hunter, and he has no offers. So I do think I am intrigued by the idea of bringing in a guy like DeAndre Hunter. So we'll bring him in, and I think he'll be a great addition. So Shepherd also comes back, but we have Lamelo down. Flag is up. You do have Jaden Hardy and Jaden both developing, which is nice to see. And then you got Martin and Derrick Jones regressing. So, okay, not bad. I do think there is more wiggle room to make more moves if we feel inclined to do so, like Desmond Bane's big contract. Maybe we trade him for something, but I mean, I don't really hate the role he has, I will say. I would like Cooper Flag in this third season to take more of an offensive jump, especially this season. So I'll probably mess with his shot tendency. And I presume that a championship is very much in the realm of possibility going into this season, as long as Cooper Flag has a bigger offensive role. So as you can see, his role is not very good. So we are going to change that right now. And he's going to take a lot more shots, while Bane is going to take a little bit of a back seat. Want him to just kind of spot up and shoot threes if he can. Okay. Melo, Bane, Flag, Washington, Lively, Anthony Black, DeAndre Hunter, Jaden Hardy, Gafford, and then Jaden Quayton should play that 10th spot. So not too bad. If I do stop at the trade deadline to make a shakeup of this roster, I will show you. I do think there's a possibility we could do something, but maybe there's no need to fix it if it ain't broke. So we'll see what happens. Cade Cunningham is your MVP. Mika is your Rookie of the Year. Yegor Dimon is your sixth man. Wimby is your D point. Mikael Brown is your most improved player. Cade's your clutch player. And Kid is your Coach of the Year at 70 and 12. And Executive goes to Damon Green at 70 and 12. So as you guys can see, and I did not feel the need to make a move at the deadline. The team was playing really well. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So that's why we didn't do anything. And here is your All-NBA third team. So we, again, do not have any Mavericks on here, which I'm quite surprised by. But maybe Flag, he does make all defensive second team. So we once again end up as the first team in the West, but it did not matter last year when we were here. So we'll see. 25 and 7 from Flag, so a much bigger role offensively this year, and 23 from LaMelo Ball, 14 from Bane, 12 from Hardy, and 11 from DeAndre Hunter. So without further ado, let's see if we can get this party started with our first championship of the video. We get to play the LA Clippers in round 1, which is another team that I do think could make sense for LaMelo. But my only question with that is, do they have enough trade assets to pull that off? I don't know. Game 1, though, is going to go to us. Beat them by 37. Game 2 also lands on us, and we do sweep them. Nope, gentlemen's maybe? Yes, beat them in 5. All right, now for Minnesota again. We took care of them pretty easily last year, but I'll never count them out. So we do have some injuries, though, so that's kind of unfortunate. Washington's ice cold, so he's out of rotation entirely. Okay. Game 1 is going to go to us. Game 2 is going to us. Game 3 is going to go to us, and we should beat them. Gentlemen's maybe? Yes. So again, 2 gentlemen sweeps. Now for Houston and Golden State, which one? It will be the Rockets. I've seen people talk about LaMelo Ball to Houston as well. I just don't think Ime Udoka would put up with that. I don't know. Maybe just him and John Moran are 2 guys I feel like Houston would not want to put up with, if that makes sense. But I don't know. I could be wrong. Reed Shepard, Dosunmu, Tari Eason, Jabari Shingun, Ahmed Thompson. So Reed Shepard is taking a big jump. So that's kind of good for them. And Ahmed Thompson's, for whatever reason, coming off the bench, I guess. But all right. 2 Texas teams. Game 1 is going to go to us. Game 2 goes to us as well. Game 3 goes to us. And it looks like we will be in the finals. So Knicks are up on the Hawks, though, right now. I thought I'd be playing the Hawks, and it is the New York Knicks of Brunson's former team here in front of them. So we got Brunson, Mikal, OG, Cat, Robert Williams, Filipowski, Kobe Buffkin, Marvin Bagley, Prosper, and Dennis Schroeder. So let's see if we can win our first championship here. LaMelo Ball, is he hurt right now? He is. Okay, that's unfortunate. So he is out for the season with an ankle sprain, which makes sense. He's definitely got his ankle issues. Did he even play in Game 5? I don't even know. Let's see if he played in Game 5. Not sure. Game 5, he did not suit up. At least, yeah. So he didn't even play in Game 5. All right, without LaMelo, let's see what happens. Game 1, we're up 1-0. Game 2 goes to us. Game 3 goes to New York. Do they win Game 4? Yes, they do. It is a tied series, just like that. Okay. Well, we'll see if we can't win Game 5. It looked like we were about to maybe run away with this series, but it is now tied up. And maybe without LaMelo Ball, we could be in trouble, as we are going down here in Game 5 as well. We did not even stand a chance. We did not come to play at all. So that's not good. All right, well, we need a big Game 6 here, or we are done for. So let's see if we can force a Game 7 back to Dallas. And it is a close one, but we have the lead right now, but they take it back for a second. But we are going to force a Game 7. So 110-97. Bane with a big 30 bomb. Melo, of course, we still do not have. So Game 7 for our first championship of the video. Do we go 8-man rotation here? I think we do. Let's go 8-man rotation. So that kicks out Washington right now. We'll do it. Game 7 in Dallas. Can we come out here and win our first championship of the video? Or the Knicks going to have the number here? It looks like the Knicks have had the lead most of the game. unless we come back at the end, which we do not. So we do lose in 7 without Lamelo Ball to the New York Knicks in the NBA Finals, which stings quite a bit. Really unfortunate. But without Lamelo, we, I guess, didn't. I mean, we had a chance, but you got James Harden, Kawhi, and Draymond Green all retiring in Clipper jersey. And you have Steph and Tobias Harris also retiring in Warriors jersey. So quite an end of an era here for a lot of good players. So let's go to the lottery, though. We do have that Lakers pick, and it looks like it is in the lottery. Or wait, is it not in this offseason? I thought it was. Maybe it's next year's. All right, so apparently we do not have the Lakers pick yet, but I guess that's next year's draft. My apologies. I thought it was this one for some reason, but it is indeed 2029, so not 2028. So I do not think we have any picks at all, and it's all in 29 and 2030. Okay, fair enough. Jason Kidd, I mean, he got us to the finals. I feel like if LaMelo Ball was healthy there, there's a chance we come out on top there. So don't think I'm going to do anything too crazy there. And let's go to player options. So player options, we got Cooper Flag and Jaden. So we'll keep those guys, of course. Greg Porter Jr., not going to worry about him. And then for free agency, we got Jaden Hardy, which I do want to bring him back. He's always a sneaky good player in the 2K sim. We'll go for him. And that might be, oh, we could go after Luka Doncic again, which, of course, that's just, we're not going to have enough money for that. But that would be cool if we somehow brought him back. All right. So I still feel like we have a full rotation, but I would say I would not be opposed to upgrading from Desmond Bane if we can. He's making a lot of money, so if we can get cheaper there as well on top of that, I would be open to that idea. So I'm going to see if there is an opportunity to make that happen. Yeah, I'm definitely open to the idea of this. Looks like we're getting a little bit more expensive in this scenario, but this 2030 unprotected Philadelphia pick for Trey Murphy and Herb Jones. I mean, two wings that a lot of teams would love to have, and we'd have them on our team. I do think I like that a lot, so I think I'm going to pull the trigger. And I would love if somehow, some way we could do this without trading a first at all, but can we trade this one instead? Would you say yes to that? They want Jaden Hardy. They'll give me an unprotected pick. Wow. Would not mind collecting some more assets, but I do like Jaden Hardy's role on this team. I don't know. I don't think I can get there. So instead of Jaden Hardy, I don't think we need a first necessarily because we're pretty good as of right now in about a couple seconds. Okay, we do a pick swap. That's fine. We can do that. So we'll get Trey Murphy and Herb Jones, two wings that are excellent to have. So I love that we made that trade. And yeah, so we got DeAndre Hunter, Flag. I mean, we could move, honestly, we might even move Cooper Flag to the 4 low key. That way he could play more of his natural position. So we could even do that. And this could be a season we've been looking forward to finally go win our first championship. So we'll see if that does work out that way. Because Jaden, he's an 81. Nothing too crazy. We have Trey Murphy who's up. We have Anthony Black who's an 86. And DeAndre Hunter or Herb Jones could easily start at the 3. So I do think we're going to next season with Cooper Flag starting at that power forward spot. I think that makes a little bit more sense for us. So proficiency still has us only 4-star, but this is what the starting 5 will look like if we can get there correctly. So we will go back to, of course, a 10-man rotation, but it'll be LaMelo Ball, Trey Murphy, DeAndre Hunter, Cooper Flag, and Derek Lively. The spacing on this team should be pretty good. So I actually love this rotation a lot with Anthony Black off the bench, Jaden, Herb Jones, Gafford, and Jaden Hardy. I wonder what defensive proficiency would be because I feel like there's some pretty good defensive players on this team, but only 3-star, unfortunately. It looks like you know, yeah, LaMelo doesn't fit it well. Trey Murphy doesn't either, and Hunter doesn't. But I'm sure Herb Jones would fit it great, but he's just not starting. So we'll leave it at balanced, and I expect this to potentially be a championship season. As long as LaMelo is healthy in the playoffs, I think we would have won last year. So as long as he's healthy this year, I think this could be the year we're hoisting a Larry O'Brien once again in Dallas, all the way back since the Dirk Nowitzki days. Victor Wembanyama wins MVP. Nathan is your Rookie of the Year. Fox is your 6th man. Wemby is your DPOY. And Stefan's your most improved. Paul is your clutch player. Quinn Snyder's your Coach of the Year. And Zachary Staples is your executive. And SGA is your Cup MVP. So here is your All-NBA first team, All-NBA second, as we do get Cooper Flag finally on one of these. And here is your All-NBA third team, All Defensive first and All Defensive second. Flag is on here once again as well. First seed in the Western Conference, so that's looking good. And here were your player stats. So do have a couple of injuries coming in. Anthony Black is thankfully on the day-to-day, and DeAndre Hunter, our starting 3, is unfortunately out for a while, but we do have some depth there, so I do think we can survive for a little bit without him. So I think we'll be all right. But 30 from Flag, 22 from LaMelo. I think this should be the year we could get a championship, but we shall see. Time will tell. So 9-man rotation, Herb Jones steps in now, so I'm okay with that. And round 1, we'll be playing the Houston Rockets, who we did beat last year, but they have added Christian Collins to the fold, or maybe he was already here and I just didn't notice, but we'll see. Game 1. is going to go to Houston. Game 2, gonna go to Houston. So far, this is a little shocking. I'm a little surprised we're down 2-0 already. Can we win game 3? Yes. Can we win game 4? Yes. Can we win game 5? Yes. And can we win in 6? Okay. That was a little scary, but we are out of there. So that's good. Okay. Uh-oh. We are in trouble. How long is Flag out? He's day-to-day. Okay, we're good. So I'm about to say, if he's out for a while, we're not winning a championship. I will just say that right now. But he is good. He's day-to-day. San Antonio, of course, is not going to be an easy one. We got Dylan Harper, Castle, Mogbo, Wimby. I mean, Wimby's team doesn't look... I mean, Fox is out for them for a while. I don't know how long, but that's a big injury for them. He is out for the... yeah, probably entire series. So game 1 is going to go to Dallas. We beat them pretty good there. Beat them pretty good there as well. And San Antonio doesn't look like it's not a sweat, at least not yet. We do beat them in 5. Okay, Memphis or OKC? I know Memphis has freaking Darren Peterson, so I don't know who I'd rather play. It is going to be the Grizzlies. You got Washington and Miami on the other side. Giannis is over there in Washington. So Memphis, they got Ja Morant, Peterson, Coward, I mean, yeah, they look pretty good, not going to lie. This will be a tough one. But let's see if we are still upright. Yes, Hunter is also back, so we'll see how this is going to go. We are running 9 deep, right? Yeah, so 9-man rotation. Okay, game 1 is going to go to us. Beat them pretty good there. 2-0, 3-0. Okay, wasn't that hard. I thought it was going to be a little bit of a tougher series there, but we do win. Miami is going to be the team we play, so we do not have to deal with Giannis, but Bam Adebayo is still a good player in his own right. So we got Yakachonas, Arenas, who I did consider. Claxton's over there, and then Tower Heroes come off the bench. Ware. I mean, they're a pretty deep team, so definitely prepared for a battle here, but I do think we should have the edge as long as guys stay healthy. So game 1 is going to go to us. Game 2 is going to go to Miami. Game 3 is going to go to us. Game 4 is going to go to us, and it looks like we may have a championship coming back to Dallas. So let's see if we can't get that to happen. It's looking like we have the lead at the moment, so we are chilling, and we are going to bring home a title. 48 seconds left, 89 to 112. I mean, winning a championship with Dallas is one of the easiest things you can possibly do in 2K26, but I'll still take a dub at the end of the day. This was just a fun little video, nothing too crazy. We'll probably be back with the realistic rebuilds next, unless if Lamelo Ball just gets traded randomly for real, but I don't anticipate that happening for a while if that is something that would occur. But let's see if I can hit one shot for you guys. I'm going to hand this to Lamelo Ball, the theme of the video. Give me a screen, Jaden. One shot going up, and I green it. Okay. I'm like that. Not really. But okay, guys. I'm going to end it there. I'm going to let you guys watch the championship celebration if you feel or if you want to. Thank y'all for watching. Let me know your guys' favorite spot for Lamelo Ball to potentially land. I do think there's a lot of good places for it. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace.